From Studio B in the lower level of Benner Library, powered by the students of the Communication Department, you're watching Tonight at Olivet. We have a great show for you tonight, but first, she's been seen riding a unicycle across the quad in the snow. Here's your host, Cameo Powell.
All right, well, welcome back to the show. Per usual, we've got a very exciting episode for you guys watching at home. And now our guest this evening, they hail from two buildings at Olivet that probably headline our campus news most often, Ludwig and Chapman Hall. Now Ludwig, more affectionately known as Luddy, backbone of this campus, I'll be honest. And then Chapman Hall, well, they've got really big, tall rooms filled with even bigger stories. And I can say that because I was an RA for 2 years. So I know that residential life team there, they've got their hands full. And well, I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. For example, my first year as an RA, I was in 4th floor McLean, and I thought no trouble was going to reach me up there because, well, who's going to climb all those steps, still have a breath to then make any trouble, because it was the worst. But the bathroom proved me wrong because, well, one night the toilets flooded over and the water spilled all into the hallways. It was very gross. And that happened twice in one semester. Horrible. So I moved buildings, not because of that, but I moved buildings, and then I thought that could never happen again. And then there was chapel one morning, and I was in bed, putting off the inevitable, and then I heard rain, and I thought, oh, that's nice. But then I looked outside, and it wasn't raining. So I went to my door, and I looked to the left, and in my hallway was the Amazon rainforest, for free, no passport needed. Physical plant probably blocked my number that day. I called a little too much. But now let's talk Luddy. Luddy is, as I said, the backbone of this campus, and it's never led me astray. It's pretty consistent, and you know what to expect. My high school cafeteria, though, not the case. My high school cafeteria, they also had a deli line, and I would go to that deli line pretty consistently. But one time in this deli line, I saw this girl, we'll call her Jenny. Jenny said to the lunch lady, we'll call her Susan, she said, Susan, I'll have my usual. And after I saw that and witnessed it, I thought, that is way more important than getting my diploma. I want Susan to know my sandwich order. So after weeks of training and doing the same lunch order, I went up to Susan one day and she said, the usual? And I said, yes, Susan, the usual. But I had to play it cool because I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of Susan. So while she was making my sandwich, I talked to the person behind me, we chatted, and then I got to the lunch table and I sat down in front of my turkey on wheat with American cheese, tomato, lettuce, onion, and I was so excited. And I took a couple bites, and then I realized there was one ingredient in there that I did not order. It was hair. And it was so gross. And I knew from that moment that Jenny and Susan did not want me to be a part of their sandwich club, and I didn't want to be a part of it either. And so now every time I step foot into a Subway, I have just a little bit of PTSD. But Letty has never done me that wrong. But aside from all of that, there's bigger issues at hand in the world. There's world peace, there's global warming, there's pollution, trash, all of that. And right now there's this episode, and you need to finish watching it. So, Colin, go ahead and tell us what we've got coming up on tonight.
On tonight's show, General Manager of Olivet Sodexo, Claudia Bowen, is here. Elijah's back on the street. We'll see what he's been stirring up. And Resident Director of Chapman Hall, Ben Hansen, and his wife Sydney are stopping by. Put down your homework, pop some popcorn, and sit back and enjoy. Back to you, Cameo.
All right. Well, Colin, I've got a question for you. Is there any horror stories from your high school that you have to share with the audience today?
I mean, a couple spring to mind right off the bat, but there was this one day where I was so hungry, I was so excited, and I just really wanted some food. But the food that my school chose to provide was a hot dog. It sounds okay on the surface, right? But this was no ordinary hot dog. This hot dog had a little interesting property to it. It bounced, like a bouncy ball. And it was also green.
Oh.
So that was fun.
So they were feeding you tennis balls for lunch
I
at your
think
high
so.
school.
That must be why I'm so good at it.
Oh, hit it right out of the ballpark. Get it, Frank? Okay, that's pretty good. All right, well, horrible story. I'm sorry that happened to you, but we've got a better story coming along, Elijah on the Street segment, where we find out whether this student population has more nerds or more geeks.
Hey guys, it's Elijah. We're in Benner Library again. And this is a building full of scholars and people who like to do school. So naturally, I would think they know a lot about presidents. So today we're going to be asking how many presidents people know versus how many Avengers people know. Ella, you a big Marvel fan?
Big Marvel fan.
Yeah. Okay, can you name as many Avengers as you can?
Avengers.
Yeah, as many as you can.
Okay. Ant-Man, Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther, Wanda, Vision, all 3 Spider-Man, Pepper Potts, Hulk. Did I say Hulk yet? That would be unfortunate if I didn't. I can't think of any others.
Can you name as many U.S. presidents as you can think of?
Yeah. Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, George Bush. Is there another Bush? There's a double. I don't remember which one it is. I don't know. That's all I got.
That's it?
That's it, I think.
Oh, you really know your presidents.
Get out of here.
Oh, okay. Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Doctor Strange, why am I blanking? Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Ant-Man, Falcon, Vision.
All right, now name as many presidents as you can.
Oh, okay. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, we'll just get those 2 out of the way. John Adams, John Quincy Adams, Obama, Trump. Why can I not think? Who's our president right now? Putting me on the spot, this is terrible. I can't think right now.
Who's the president today?
I literally can't think right now. No idea. Couldn't tell you.
Hulk, Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man. I want to say Doctor Strange. I think there's more, but that's all I know for now.
Now name as many U.S. presidents as you can.
Barack Obama, Trump. I think that's it.
Now name as many U.S. presidents as you can.
George Washington. Anna, you want to answer the question?
All right, we're going to the other place that I think we'll find a lot of nerds, and that is the Perry Fitness Center. Name all the Avengers you can.
Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Black Widow, Doctor Strange, Captain America.
All right, now tell me as many U.S. presidents.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Wilmer, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Hart, Claire,
No, I'm not in that deep, dude. I don't know. I don't watch enough Marvel.
All right, now name as many U.S. presidents as you can.
All right. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Wilson, Jackson, Wilmer Harrison, James Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan again, yeah, I'll say that.
There's a lot more nerds at this gym than I would have thought.
Wow, that was great. I want the guy on the treadmill and then the guy, I think that was at the library, to just sit down and have a conversation and maybe go over the past however many years of history to figure out the previous presidents and maybe the current one. Up next, we've got our first guest, and she's the general manager here at Ludwig, and maybe she's going to leave us with some food for thought after this interview. We're back, and we've got the general manager here of Ludwig, Claudia Bowen. Claudia, great to have you here. I appreciate you for coming on the show. General manager, what does that mean for us folks who know none of that?
So it means that I'm the big boss.
Yeah. On campus?
So I have 4 salary managers and 150 staff members.
150?
Yes.
Do you know all of their names?
I do know all their names, yes.
That is fantastic. A good boss, I think that's what that means. So general manager, how long have you been in that position?
A few months.
A few months?
A few months.
Could have fooled me. What were you doing then before general manager?
So before general manager, I was director of operations,
Okay.
Catering manager, a retail manager, dishwasher.
All of the things. Started from the bottom, now we're here. All right. Okay, awesome. Okay, so when you were growing up, going through school, did you think, I'm going to become the general manager of a dining hall at a university? Was that on your mind?
That was not on my mind. I went away to Goshen College for communications, broadcasting.
Oh, good company.
Yeah, I got my practicum at Channel 28 in Elkhart, Indiana.
Wow.
I got my credits for producing the nightly news. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I did not see Sodexo in my future, but
Well, you're here now, and we're all the more grateful for it. We think you do a great job here. So, general manager, what does kind of like day-to-day look like for you?
so day to day, I come in, it's, as a general manager, it's a lot of the finance that I have to deal with. So
okay.
I have to wake up in the morning, I check my calendar, what do I have? And there's a lot of calls, a lot of Teams calls, a lot of conference call with my boss, and this, yeah,
A lot of communications.
a lot of communications.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, as a general manager, have there been, well, since it's only been a few months, maybe even before that, have there ever been any moments or situations or events where everything has gone wrong or something has just happened that was not called for and you had to like hurry up and fix it?
Yes, yes.
Do tell.
I had a catered event.
Okay.
And so a long time ago, before we could use Chaffin for catering,
Yeah.
we would have it in Lottie. And so we would feed the students, quickly clean up, reset for a catered event. And we had the guests out in the foyer waiting to come in. And the table was already with the buffet line. And I touched the table and the whole thing collapsed. Plates, food, the whole works.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I started crying. I did cry. Yeah, my
Well, I
boss.
think that's allowed.
And my boss was like, there's no crying. There's no crying. Just pick it up, get going. There's no crying. Just put it back together. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Too much spinach, Popeye. Well, that means you're really strong then, I think, or the table was super weak. Either way, you bounce back pretty quickly. And you've done some pretty cool things here after bouncing back. One of the things that I know that you've done is fed the Chicago Bears football team.
Yes.
What did that entail? That's pretty crazy to me.
Long hours.
Okay, I bet.
Yeah, because when the players come in, they would probably go about 9 days straight before they had a day off. And therefore, we went 9 days, 10 days straight without a day off. And we would come in super early in the morning. I could be in at 6 o'clock in the morning or even earlier, dropping things off to the locker room, to the coach's apartment out at Levasseur. Yeah.
Did you get paid extra for that? A little overtime?
I did not get paid any extra.
You should get
for
the
any of
same
that.
wage as the players.
Tell
Good
me about
heavens.
it. Tell me about it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, were there any like crazy like dietary needs that you had to fulfill for them, or were they like sloppy joes on a Tuesday? Like what did it look like?
So with the players, like people think football players that they eat a lot of food, you know, big meals and they want big steaks. They did not. They wanted smaller portions, that we would have 4 or 5 meals, but smaller portions of things. They were not
Interesting.
excited about big portions of things at all as football
I
players.
had no idea I had so much in common
Yeah.
with a football player for the Chicago Bears.
Well,
Okay.
see, they got weighed in, and so they got
Oh.
charged per pound for going overweight. So yeah,
my
it was
gosh.
easier to eat
I would-
smaller portions.
In debt. I would be in debt. That is crazy. Okay. Well, wow. That's crazy to me. So we don't see what happens behind the lines of Sodexo and Ludwig, but I got a sneak peek, and you were there with me,
Yes.
and we peeled carrots. We've got a video for you. Keep watching. Hey guys, today we're behind the scenes and behind the lines of Sodexo. I've got Claudia and Geneva here with me. Claudia, what are we going to be doing today?
Well, we have to get some carrots peeled here.
Okay.
And so we're going to race to see who is the fastest carrot peeler. And I think it's going to be me.
I also think it's going to be you. My carrot peeling skills are not appealing, but appalling. So this will be good. Okay, and we've got like a minute timer. Is that what we talked about?
We're going to do for a minute to see how many we can get done.
Oh my goodness. Okay. What happens if I don't get it done?
Then you're going to have to stay here in Sodexo and peel some more.
Oh, okay, great. I'm better than dishwasher for me.
Oh, we could change that to become the dishwasher.
Oh no! Oh my gosh. Why am I stuttering? Okay, I've done this like once before in my life. I'm more of a potato peeler. Can we go to that next? My peels are flying everywhere. Ah! Is this for Easter or for tomorrow?
This is for tomorrow.
Okay, just making
So
sure.
when you come to the stir fry line and you see the carrots, you know where they came from.
I love the stir fry line. I can't believe I'm eating my own
Woohoo!
carrots. Oh my
You're going to
gosh.
have to like come through and go, those are my carrots.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. My mother's gonna be so disappointed in me if she watches this. I don't even know.
Oh my goodness. You guys are so fast. Oh my, oh, sorry. Everybody remain calm. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I am too, I can't even get the peel. What in the world? Oh my gosh. How did she do that? That was embarrassing. Well,
How many of you have done?
3.
I have 3.
Oh, tied. I did keep most of my peels in though. Does that count? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think Claudia might have won.
I think they're actually just baby carrots. I'm just kidding. They all look the exact same size. Okay, well.
You were very keen.
Well, that was all I could manage to do, was keep it inside the bowl. All right. Well, what a time to be alive, guys. Claudia, Geneva, great competitors. I want to thank you for the opportunity to fail at peeling, but also understanding and appreciating what it takes to make the stir fry line.
You know what? You can come back anytime and practice.
4 to 8.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me.
And then this way, Christmas dinner, you can peel for your mom.
Yes.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yes.
She might get me in one more stocking stuffer just for that.
She might get you a peeler.
A peeler! Okay, well, thank you so
That would
much.
be very appealing.
But not for me. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate what everyone has done here, peeling, spending their time and energy and efforts with us. Let's move it all along. All right, well, obviously I need some work with the peeler, and as I've said, I will not be telling my mother how poor that was. Claudia, it's been great having you. Is there any last comments or shout outs that you wanna share?
Yes, definitely. I want to give a shout out to my team, to Chef Brian, who's been with me for about 10 years, and to Geneva, and to Marianne, and to all of our supervisors and our hourly staff. Thank you, guys.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much. All right, up next, we've got more guests. We've got the RD of Chapman Hall and his wife coming up. All right, we're back again, and we've got the RD of Chapman Hall and his wife, Ben and Cindy Hansen. Great to have you guys here.
Great to be here.
Thank you for showing up. Okay, so you guys are recently married.
Yeah.
Recently graduated?
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
And you met here at ONU.
3 for 3.
So what is that like, having all of that experience here at Olivet and then still being here, but now married, an RD's wife? What's the difference between student life and all that?
I don't know. It's a lot different because our friends are gone for the most part.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of familiar faces, so it's like we're still at home.
Right.
So it's just kind of like 2 different worlds. But like being in the freshman dorm for 3 years, like I have a lot of familiar guy faces, a lot of guys I still know on campus. So there's still some community there, but I don't know about for you.
Yeah, I feel like towards the end of our senior year, I feel like everyone was, obviously getting sappy about like, oh, it's the end. And I feel like we were kind of like,
not
we're
really,
coming back.
yeah.
We'll be
Speak for
back.
yourself.
Reliving it all in the freshman dorm.
Glory days.
Yeah.
So if you were there for 3 years, so does that mean you're an RA for Chapman?
Yeah, so I was a freshman in Chapman, and then my junior and senior year, I was an RA.
Okay.
So then I guess this is my 4th year technically in Chapman.
Okay, yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Okay. Were you ever an RA?
I was. That's actually how Ben and I met.
Oh.
So yeah, I was an RA in Parrott Hall my junior year, and Ben was on the Chapman team, and so through like events and stuff, that's how we met. So.
Okay. So did the RA conflict management training, does that help in like marriage disputes or pretty smooth sailing?
I feel like being an RA is like, I don't know, it helps you in a lot of areas.
Yeah,
I feel like there's like
for
so many
sure.
areas you do grow, like communication's one of them. Just being able to have like hard conversations with people, but then also maintain that level of like friendship and like know that you love them at all times. So I guess like just in a way.
that way, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Good things to look forward to for when I graduate and maybe get married. Okay. So RD, different than RA, what are your responsibilities? Are they like more stressful, or is it like, no, this is kind of just 5th year almost?
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like as a senior, I was kind of already taking some responsibility of just kind of like, it's, like second year, you just kind of, people look up to you in that way. The job this year is a lot different than it was in years past. Now we handle more of the conflict that goes on. There's not someone we send them to. It's like, I'm in charge of the building, so I'll handle the conflict. So it's a lot more hard conversations that you have. But honestly, they're all meaningful too, because like when else do you get to have like one-on-one conversations with a resident? As an RD, not much, but like I can still have those, and they still mean a lot to me. But then it also involves just like planning events, having team meetings, 8 amazing RAs, just getting to know them one-on-ones with them, and then. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's pretty much the same, but I'm getting paid to do it,
Just level
which kind of
4.
feels like I'm cheating a little bit.
Oh, okay, cheat the
nice.
system. I'm always here for that,
Yep.
legally. So do you ever get like a chance to help out for those things?
Some things. I feel like I really jumped in on move-in day. I love talking to parents, and that's how I was in RA too. Like, I chatted up with the moms while just to keep them distracted from freaking out. So I was just like walking the halls, like talking with the moms. And then other than that, I mean, I'm kind of just like around.
One night I was on call.
Yeah, one night Ben was on call, and like it was one of our first team meetings. Okay. And I say our, I don't do anything, but like,
you were there. That counts.
It was in our home. But, and so he was like, as the guys are walking in, he gets a call and he's like, Sydney, I just need you to host. And he just like leaves me. And I was like, okay. And so I like was like, everybody come on in. And like highs and lows, like trying to like make it work.
So classic for an RA meeting.
Right? So
meanwhile, I'm dealing with some big
crazy
threat that was on campus.
Oh my goodness.
I just had to dip and.
Well, are there any scary, crazy, hectic stories that you can share with us?
Oh, I don't know what I can share.
If not.
As an RA or RD?
Either or.
Either or.
The best one, the best story you've got.
First one that comes to mind, just like as an RA, there's always just funny random stuff, especially in Chapman. It just kind of has that stereotype. This year they're playing eggplant football in the hallway. I'm pretty sure they bought the eggplant from the Sodexo farmers market out
Claudia
in the
will be
quad,
hearing about
which
that.
Genius marketing doing that. Freshman boys eggplant. And then there's always just like naked spike ball or something going on in the hallway. Just a lot of crazy stuff.
Wow.
Dumping a bucket of tar off the roof. Not so fun.
Do you step foot out of the building? I don't think I could do that.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I stay in my little area, and like Ben takes the trash out, which is like honestly like a perk for me. Is I can't take the trash out because I can't go in the hallway.
No.
So
naked spike.
that's scarring. Yeah, I stay in my apartment and go to work, come home.
Wow.
Chap to chap.
That just happened the other night. I went out to go watch it.
Yeah, Ben knows nothing.
I went out to go watch it, and it had already passed. So it was like getting to the movie theater, and then there were no trailers, apparently.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's fine. Okay, that was great. Thank you guys for sharing those stories with us. Yeah. But we've got a little bit more. We've got a game we're going to play. Stay tuned for Word Sneak we've got coming up. Stay tuned. We're back, and we've got a game of Word Sneak for you. All right, so how Word Sneak works is that they have cards with words on them, and they're gonna try and have a conversation with these words, but they don't know what each other has, and every time they say their word, I'm gonna hit a bell, and then we're gonna move on to the next word, and the next person has to use their weird vocabulary word into the conversation. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's begin. I think, Ben, you're starting first.
Okay. We had dinner tonight, as most people do. Chipotle was what it was.
Yeah. I love Chipotle.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I really wish I had a spork to eat it with.
Chipotle's really good, but it makes my tummy hurt, and I could ruin my dungarees.
Oh, classic. Yeah. Speaking of Chipotle, you actually got this while we're eating. It's like green stuff on your food. It's guacamole.
Oh yeah.
Guacamole.
Guacamole.
Yep.
Yeah, I love guacamole so much that I could just slip in a slip and slide of guacamole.
Ooh, nice. Me too, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So water, slip and slides. animals, Bywater,
Yeah.
crabs is what I'm actually trying to
Crabs.
come up with. One of my favorite meals is crab legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember, this is so off topic, but do you like remember that one time when we were in college? When you,
Back in the day.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
like when you cut your hair into a mullet?
Back in the good old days,
Yeah.
yeah. I really rocked that thing.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I used to work at this, you know, what place I used to work at?
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden, right? Yeah, and what's one of
you're
those
here, your
things that
family.
you get served. I used to steal it while I was working, just shove one in my mouth, one timer, and it's a breadstick. They're pretty good.
Breadstick, yeah. You know, I think gerbils like breadsticks.
Yeah, I think they do too. Gerbils are really small.
Yeah, they are.
You know someone that's
Handheld.
really big? Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
He's a really big guy.
He's got
basketball
some.
player.
He's got some nice teeth. I bet he'll never need dentures.
Yeah, hopefully not. Dentures, man. Man.
Oh my gosh, I can't
Dentures
breathe.
are in your mouth. And speaking of your mouth, you put food in your mouth.
Yeah.
Typically.
One thing that I like to put in my mouth is smelly peanut.
Yeah. Yeah. You know who else?
Who likes smelly peanut?
It's actually one of your favorite actors.
Oh my gosh.
Every birthday that you have, you
Oh,
like to
Tom
watch one of
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
yeah. Watch one every one of my birthdays. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you got another one?
Oh,
Keep
Yeah, I
going.
got more, yeah. So at night, after a long day, I get really stressed out. And I really just need to decompress. And one way I really like to do this is by taking a bath, but more specifically a sponge bath.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take
Story.
forever when you take baths. I just have to sit around and just like lollygag till you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of things, I love music. It's one of my big hobbies.
Yeah.
Mine as well.
I used to play the piano and the guitar. Now I don't anymore. But one instrument I really wish I learned how to play was the tuba.
The tuba.
Yeah, the tuba.
That's a great hobby.
Larry the Cucumber
one of
played
my
it.
favorite hobbies that I'm trying to, be better at is video games. I really like Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite's a pretty good
Yeah.
one. You played the new season?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So at church last week, we're sitting down in the pew and whatnot, and we had a little bread thing and a little,
No breadsticks?
not breadsticks,
Oh, okay.
no, grape juice,
Communion?
Yeah, communion.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep. Communion. I love communion and communities.
Those are my two favorite things. C
Yeah,
and C.
I love, like serving people.
Yep.
And I used to be a patty flipper, and I would serve community
Oh,
and feed people patties.
yeah, you did.
Oh my gosh, did you watch SpongeBob?
it.
Was that your
Yeah,
inspiration?
That was my inspiration.
Yeah,
Wow.
you did a good job.
Ashling and
Thank
Slasher.
you.
That was a very intellectual conversation.
Thank you,
I'm
thank
so
you.
glad that I could be here for it. Well, thank you so much, Ben and Sydney. Fantastic revelations we've had. Whew. I hope we can make it through the semester as RD and RD's wife. I believe in you. All right, and I believe in you. Thank you so much for watching. We've got one more episode coming up. I hope you stick around. Thanks so much. See you guys later.
Absolutely. It was really cool getting to see the behind the scenes of the studio and the amazing camera work that was here and getting to see friends too.
Do you have any teases for the next shows?
I just know that it's going to be a big deal. And by big, I mean an hour long and in your face. You better be there or you're going to be square. Santa's not going to give you any presents